Everybody, we are back at it again. Back on the live grind, a side of hustle. So glad to be with you here today. I just filled up my sip cup at Panera, and so we're gonna start moving, try to find some orders here on this Friday night. We are planning on being live a lot more often going forward into the fall, so I'm excited about it. We are just trying to keep building sustainability in our life, and for a season I had to take a little break from the lives, but we are back at it, back ready to go. So excited to be with you, meet some new friends as well as hang out with old friends. And so we're going to be here, we're going to see how everything goes. It's been kind of slow recently in these parts on the food delivery. It's gotten a little bit better, so there's lots of my journey and food delivery to kind of update you guys on over the days and weeks ahead, but we're glad to be with you. Stay salty! How's it going, Kaylee? Long time no talk, but we are back at it. Hope you are doing well. So, we're out here. We're going to just try to find stuff. Most of my deliveries are DoorDash and Instacart right now. Uber Eats is completely junk with the new system that Uber Eats rolled out. I get maybe 1 or 2 Uber Eats orders a week. I take more Grubhub than Uber Eats right now. My current acceptance rate on Uber Eats, I believe, is I want to say my acceptance rate on Uber Eats right now is 1%. Well, it might be like 3% now. Jaeger, how's it going? What's up, Kaylee? I've seen your streams. I haven't had a chance to type in, but I have been watching your streams a little bit. Kaylee, I see that you've got a nice, good audience that you've been growing and building. So, it's football season's almost here, Jaeger. This is the time. So we're school is not yet started here. Well, it kind of has started, but not for my kids. Because the school that my family is going to, they actually moved buildings and they got delayed on permitting by like 2 weeks. So we are not in full school mode. So I actually had the kids with me doing deliveries all week this week. Oh, congrats, Kaylee. Congrats on having a baby. Super, super exciting. So anyway, I'm still running all the apps, but I barely get any catering orders anymore. I barely get any Uber Eats anymore. These apps just constantly keep making changes, and it seems like whatever changes these apps make, it always ends up hurting me. But we're just kind of hanging out with you guys. Welcome, everybody. Please hit that like, hit that subscribe. We're actually on the journey to 2,000 subscribers. We crossed 1,900 this week, so we are what? I think we're at 1910 at the start of the stream, so we're 90 away from 2,000. It sounds so crazy. I remember looking ahead to 1,000 subscribers. You think you're having a girl? Is that based off of just premonition alone, or do you have? I'm trying to remember. We did not find out for our first. We did for our second because we wanted to know if we were going to need boy or girl clothes, and then for our third we did not find out. So the 2 girls we did not find out. We found out for our second. So feelings, premonition, right? Mother's intuition, it kicks in. So well, we will be looking forward to hearing the updates coming as time goes by. So, like I said, it's just kind of slow in my market, slow in summertime market here doing food gig delivery work. But I've been having the most success at fast casual places recently. A lot of our high-end customers, they're not really here right now. So, kind of like Cheesecake Factory and Carrabba's, Outback. That's where all my stuff has been coming from recently. So everybody's blocking my way to get over here, but I don't have an order right now. Yeah, no, Uber Eats has gone, when they went to that new system, just utter trash. It's I'm signaling to the guy because people are trying to let me over, but some guy's like blocking the way. It's hard to get 3 lanes of traffic to stop. I shouldn't have taken this turn. I should have gone up to the next one. Yeah, I still on the wait list for Amazon and Walmart. I've kind of given up on them. But I've been pushing Instacart. I'm trying to get the 300. Kalinda, how's it going? I should probably check. It has been a couple months since I've checked again on Flex, but I would certainly consider, especially once school is going. But I've been pushing the Instacart. So I've had my best Instacart week. I have to average 5 Instacarts a day from now through the end of September to be the new diamond, because now it's 300 over 3 months, so basically 100 a month. And on average, you can do like 3 1/3 orders a day, but I'm a little bit behind. All right, finally getting across. We're just trying to get into the Cheesecake Factory parking lot right now. We don't have any orders. I've been trying to sit less. I got lazy for a while. I would end up just sitting in parking lots for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes waiting for orders. So trying to sit less. Well, so what I've been doing much more so, if you guys have been watching some of the long form videos, I am actively growing the eBay store. So I basically do the apps from when I get up in the morning, so like 7 till about 1, and then I'll go source eBay from like 1 to 3 or 1 to 4, go do a couple of thrift stores, and then we've been moving like family supper up to like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, do family supper, then I go out and deliver supper time. So I'm doing about, what does that equal? So let's call it, we'll say 8. Some days it's earlier, some days it's later than 8. So you'll like 5 hours. I do about 8 hours of food gig delivery work. So like 8 to 1, and then like 5 till orders stop at night. And then the rest of my time is spent on eBay. So, and I'm just trying to grow my eBay slowly and sustainably. And so I've been documenting that because those videos are really quick, and it actually helps me get organized and having to justify everything. Glinda, that's fine if you don't subscribe. It's cool. I'm just glad that you were here. Bree, how's it going? How come I don't work a traditional job? So I have applied for some traditional jobs and nobody seems to like. It becomes one of those things, if you haven't had a traditional job in a while, it's harder to get hired in a traditional job, and then it takes longer. And so most of the places I apply to, I don't get callbacks from. The ones I do, I don't get second callbacks from. So, and I like the flexibility, and I want to grow something bigger and better. I'm sending out an eBay offer right now as we speak to an interested customer. But yeah, like Uber Eats is pretty much dead. The way that they have their new tiers. So, however, I am Platinum on DoorDash, and so I will finally got back to Platinum after about 6 months of lodging numerous complaints. They finally fixed it on the pilot program, so I am Platinum on DoorDash with a 12% acceptance rate. All right, so hopefully you guys can see that. There's the 12% acceptance rate. Oh no, it's fine. I really don't want to be in a traditional job. And then here's the Platinum status. You can see that. So I am perfect on all the other ratings. I have a perfect completion rate, 35 points there. Perfect on time rate. Finally, that was the part that they needed to fix. And they finally fixed it for the most part. It's still a little scary. And then a perfect customer rating. I did get a 1-star like yesterday, and I called them, had it removed. They're still removing 2. And actually, you can get 1 1-star or a couple of 4 stars and still get the 10 out of 10 points. There's a little grace on customer rating. But yeah, so we are Platinum on DoorDash right now. So that's been the saving grace here over the last couple of weeks. Lisa, how's it going? Long time no talk. But we're glad to be back at it. So basically I am, for this supper, I would assume we're going to just get somewhere in the neighborhood of 4 to 6 DoorDash orders. Supper's been starting closer to 5:30 recently. Kevin, how's it going? How is life up in Tampa? Hope you are doing well. And I've just been basically trying to hang out by my fast casual restaurants that are also near grocery stores to try to keep that. So Cheesecake Factory is near a Publix, and we're gonna actually go over towards Carrabba's since there's nothing coming here, and we're gonna try to work. There's a fresh market over there. So basically, yeah, that's what's going. So, but we're gonna try as many. Oh, what do you got? It's a platinum order, but it's not good enough. $5.50 for 1 mile. So there's my proof. With my 12% acceptance rate on, oh no, I accidentally accepted it when I was trying to show it to you. Okay, so I guess we got to go get it. It's $5 for 1 mile. We'll take it. Make DoorDash happy. Making DoorDash happy. We were just at Panera because I got Sip Cup for free for the summer again. So that was an accidental acceptance, but it could be worse. It's $5 for 1 mile. So we're gonna go do that. Just so you guys know, the phone is currently back on the car plan. So sometimes I'm gonna leave you guys in the car again, just because of the speed and everything else. So as long as I'm less than like 5 minutes, the stream stays live. Hey, how's it going, Gigwise? Back again, back at it. Ready? We are changing up how we're doing the live streams a little bit, and I'll get into some of those things here shortly. So we're gonna quick pick up this Panera that I accidentally accepted, but it's not bad. It's $5 for 1 mile. It's just not good. And so, but we are gonna go. I'm just gonna leave you guys in here. I gotta see if I don't even know if the BRB sign exists right now. Let me see, because it has been a long time. It's been a long time, so I gotta see oh, we got one. I think this is the new BRB. All right. So there we go. We got the BRB sign. It's probably not gonna stay up. Yeah, it's still not gonna stay up. I just haven't been doing live streaming. All right, well, whatever. See, some things never change. BRB still is being ornery, but you guys get the picture. You can throw the BRBs up in the chat. I'm gonna go grab this one really quick and we'll be right back at it. Hey, everything was there and ready to go. Hey, there we go. There's the BRBs. So everything was ready to go. Now, probably if you guys are doing DoorDash in your markets, you're seeing the same thing. It's like a 12-step process. Verify items. I always say cannot verify items. Bag is sealed every single time. I'm not verifying a single item, nor am I putting myself on the hook for a single item that might be wrong. Because I don't have all the details how they ordered it. Take the receipt photo. Don't care if it's blurry or not. We just move on. Confirm the pickup. All right. And this is going the direction we were going anyway, so. This was an accidental acceptance. $5 for 1 mile, but it's fine. It's our first order of the night. Making DoorDash happy. Hope everybody is doing well. Appreciate you being here. You doing DoorDash, Tim? I can't even get catering orders around here anymore. The apps just don't work. Like, I don't get notifications. I've tried everything. I've tried all the settings. I see maybe 2 or 3 Zifties a week. I haven't even seen a deliver that in months. It's been absolute months since I've even seen a deliver that. Stretches. Go find a Richard Simmons video. Start doing that. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Hope you are doing well. Yeah, I think it's to do that. What's really weird is they have you double check it, and it would make sense if you're picking up 2 orders from the same restaurant, but then they also make you double check it when you hand it off. Like, if I picked up the wrong order at the restaurant, it's going to be the wrong order at delivery. But I'm assuming that's what it is. Felix, yes, it has been a while. Hope you guys are doing well, but it's good to see you. Good to reconnect with you. Missed you guys. I do have one technology upgrade here. I got the little earbud. These are not like whatever those things are. Ear. Anyway, they're not the Apple. They're the cheapo. I don't know how cheap they are, but they were like, I don't know, it said they were like $100 and they were on sale for like 16 on Amazon. So I grabbed 2 sets because both of my old headphones completely bit the dust. We're almost to this drop off here. Layden, how's it going? We are dropping off this $5 for 1 mile Panera. It was ready. We didn't spend any time. So I am, at this point, for this supper, I would expect that we will be 90 to 100% DoorDash from. This stream is going to go 5 to 7, and then we are going to switch over. I'm going to start a new stream at 7 for Mets. So we're going to do a Mets stream live on the channel. We are going to be bringing some sports streaming back to this channel for the fall. So if I'm delivering, I will be on this channel. If not, I'll probably be on both. I pushed really hard. Some of you guys know I started the sports channel. Pushed hard to get that monetized by July, and it just didn't happen. So I just couldn't put any more time into it in unmonetized form right now. So we're going to stick with the monetized channel for the moment, and I'm still going to slowly build stuff on the sports channel. Do that Cardinal stream. I don't even know why I'm doing a Mets stream. They're playing absolutely horrible right now. So, all right, let me see. What's our address? All right, here we are. Got to be a little careful. I've been seeing a lot of delivery drivers have been deactivated, so we're going to be super careful with not sharing customer information here. So, hold on, we'll be right back. Got our normal 550. I know the Red Sox have done a lot better. The Mets can't pitch. The Mets pitching is one of the most atrocious things, which is crazy because they had the theoretical best pitching staff in baseball for the first, month and a half, 2 months of the season, and they've just been absolute trash pitching for the Mets. But so we're gonna do that. So basically, the way it's gonna work is this is kind of like some overall channel updates for you guys because we've got a variety of different things. If I'm doing food or gig delivery, really, if I'm streaming live, I'm probably on this channel. But if I'm streaming live from home, then I might also be on the sports channel for both. And until I get like a third phone and I do a double stream from the car, but I'm not gonna do that right now. So that's basically what we're going to be doing. And so we will be doing football streams in here. So if I'm out doing food delivery, we'll do it. I might do a casual stream on the sports channel every once in a while. But like I said, for right now, I am trying to just narrow down my focus, trying to eliminate anything and everything that is a potential distraction from making money and doing all those things. Hey, appreciate it, Tim. Yeah, hit that like, hit that subscribe. We're closing in on 2,000, so even though we took a break from lives, we've been still gaining lots of new people hanging out with us and lots of eBay people. So I'm doing just basically a day by day. I don't do every single day, but 5 days a week pretty much. I'm doing eBay videos of what I'm sourcing for my eBay store, what I'm selling in the eBay store. So I was hoping that was gonna go faster than it has, but the reality is it's just not. You can't make people buy stuff from you faster. Well, I mean, you can in some ways if you lower prices, but then you don't make any money, so that doesn't really work. but I'm trying to sustainably grow the sales by shrinking the total number of items in my eBay store. So I'm trying to sell out of a lot of the low-end sports cards that I have on my eBay channel. And that, you know what? It's close. It's 10 for 9. 10 for 9. Ooh, we're gonna pass. I still think I can get something better. I almost took an Uber Eats. It's really bad when the best thing I get from Uber Eats is like $10 for 9 miles. Oh, awesome. Amazon dropship. Sweet. That's good stuff. So, yeah, so if you are into like learning more about eBay, I'm really trying to put together a lot of stuff on there, and it's actually been building some really good momentum. And so just kind of showing you the background. So if you're kind of wanting to start from scratch on eBay, we've got that. Once I get the eBay store up and running, then the next goal will be to get the Amazon store up and running, but that takes a little more money. So I am doing my eBay store, I'm growing cash only. So I'm not buying anything from the eBay store on credit. I'm either getting money from our own stuff or from the things I sell and actually turning that. So I'm trying to make it a cash basis store, which is really tough because when the first time I built an Amazon business to like over $1 million in sales, I was using credit cards to the max, which is again part of the reason that I got into this whole financial crisis thing that I'm in personally. So I'm like, I'm gonna do it. This is take 2, but I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna say it's the right way, but it's the right way for me. So a cash only, which means I gotta go slow because I can only buy stuff when I sell stuff. And I'm looking for a little thing. So this didn't even make the video because this sold right after I made my video for today. We're gonna just pull into a Carrabba's parking lot because there's shade in this parking lot. So we're kind of Carrabba's and Outback are our primaries. But again, because we're platinum, we do have priority to catering orders. Yeah, there's another driver over here. He's just hanging out in the shade. So, anyway, so I sold, I was like in Panera and I was like, you know what? They'll let you just take the empty gift card. So I took like a lot of 7 different empty gift cards from Panera. I threw it up and I sold it for $2. I'm like, it's $2 free. Bad gamer, how's it going? Yeah, what is shade? There's only like 2 or 3 parking lots in all of Naples near good restaurants that has shade. So I gotta take advantage of it while I can get it. Pontiac Vibe. Yeah, well, Toyota Matrix, Pontiac Vibe technically are basically the same car, but it is officially a Pontiac Vibe. You're correct. Ah, gotcha, bad gamer. Sounds good. Yeah, the Vibe, but it's the same thing. If you're looking for parts, they're basically interchangeable. There's like only like a handful of parts on it. So Tim, what am I missing on catering? Why I know it is super hot. Why am I not seeing like anything? Is there some setting that is messed up on mine? Like I literally, so my Zifty, if my Zifty is not running, I get the "you're not connected to Zifty" message like this, and then it comes off. I still don't have delivered yet, so. But I haven't seen deliver that in a couple of months. My deliver that goes to, if it's closed, it goes to sleep in seconds. Like it was just open, like every time, if it's not on front and center, my Zifty closes like right away. It's like I just can't do it. I can't babysit these apps. And you know, I can't have, I'm just not in a place to do that. I'm not the Spark expert, so I've heard that some people have been struggling with Spark, and I've heard other people have been doing well with Spark, so. But I am not the Spark expert. Okay, so I should check on delivered, because last I knew, there's a few of these I haven't checked on in a while because I was on wait list for a while. So shop in on Spark. Okay, so there's one Bree. Tim's doing Spark. I know Kaylee does Spark as well. So, but yeah, it's been, even in Florida, so like obviously it's summer, so we're used to the heat, but usually we get afternoon rainstorms, and we have gotten barely any rain relative to what we normally get this summer. All right. I might as well check it out while we're waiting. I'll at least get as far as I can get. See what I remember. It's like a guessing password. That is correct, Tim. At some point, I might try to push to get back to the top tier. Oh yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea what my password is. How's it going, Aztec? Yeah, it has been a while, but we're glad to be back at it here again today. Maybe it's that. Maybe that's too many email addresses. We'll see if I pick the right one. I'm going to use the one that, yeah. No, not that one. That's, but I mean, I would say since May, it's been, I have not been getting catering orders, seeing catering orders since about May. Maybe I should have taken that $10 for 9 Mile on Uber. Maybe. So, with the fall and holidays coming up, I'm just trying to focus on one thing at a time. So I got DoorDash fixed. So we're back to Platinum Dasher on DoorDash. Not that we're getting orders at this exact moment, but we're back to Platinum on DoorDash. So that fixes a lot, because now I can dash anytime. I can come and go as I want on DoorDash. So that part is good. And then beyond that, my next goal is to get Instacart fixed. Plain Sharks. Yeah, we'll see. I have not actually had a lot of time to dive into Dolphins preseason, but I have low expectations. Yeah, as a retail arbitrage, Tim. Oh, no, this is still the vibe. Still the vibe for now. We're still working, we're still saving. So we had some financial setbacks because life does what life does sometimes, but we're still saving, we're still setting money aside. So we've almost made it through the summer. Well, I mean, technically we have, but so my wife is back to working at the school. Our goal is to get her, this to be her last year at the school. And so her paychecks will start coming in. So basically it was just survive the summer. and now we'll get back to trying to make progress again. But I'm hoping we can be at the point where I'm still doing basically 200 in food delivery a day, and then slowly get to the point of doing 200 plus on eBay a day, and then from that point forward, then keep allowing eBay to grow, and then eventually get the Amazon fully restarted as a retail arbitrage thing once again. So that's kind of the long-term plan, and it's just a matter of how fast those things happen. Some of that's out of my control, and some of it's just how it plays out. So like I said, I'm not sitting anywhere for long, so I'm gonna go to another parking lot where I actually had good orders last night. So Naples does help with giving good, there is still decent, it's not great, but there is decent grocery and DoorDash and Uber Eats kind of throughout the year. It's just, I can't be as picky. Basically anything that, I gotta take bare minimum. So, I haven't seen anything like a $50, $60, $70, $80 order here in a long time, but I do get lots of like $18 to $20 orders. I see a lot of those. And so right now I just have to take a lot of those 18 for 10 that aren't great drop-offs just to stay busy. Like I took one yesterday, I think it was like 20 for 12, which I don't like to take, but it's like, well, I can get it done in under an hour, and sometimes that's what you need to do just to stay busy. And so obviously always looking for 25 an hour plus, but sometimes you gotta just temper your expectations. So, but yeah, we're moving. I'm not sitting anywhere for long. We're gonna, and don't worry, probably not this stream, but probably the Met stream will head down by Magic Dumpster. So we'll get there eventually. It's just too early. Too early. I'm just trying to hit these fast casual places. And Uber Eats sends 6 for 12. So Uber, with their new program they rolled out, this Uber Eats tiers, you have to have a 30% acceptance rate to even see any of the good orders. Now last night I got 2 because a huge thunderstorm came through like right at sunset, and I think all the drivers went home, and I didn't care. So I got, like, in an hour I made like $35 in an hour on Uber Eats, because it was the tail end of supper and there were no drivers out there. So there's still good orders out there, but you just don't see them unless you have that 30% acceptance rate. And I can tell you that it would be so painful to get to 30% acceptance rate. It'd be more painful doing it on Uber Eats than it ever was on DoorDash. To do like the crazy, like 100 straight orders on, to take 100 straight orders on Uber Eats, I could very easily. All right, we got a Platinum Plus offer from Rosedale Brick Oven Pizza. So I'm in a left turn lane and I need to turn right, so I got to make a U-turn. But we got it. We got ourselves. It's like $6.50 for 3 miles. So, as always, you just got to take all the pluses. Most of these end up being 7 or 12. That's just kind of the nature of these types of deliveries. Every once in a while, you get surprised and get like a 22 or something like that. But if I can just stay busy, you get 2 of these an hour, it's not too bad. Especially if they end up being 12. It kind of depends on how many. So what is it? This one might work. This could be decent. There's 3 pizzas here, mozzarella sticks, and spaghetti and meatballs. So that's not too bad. Yeah, so there's some form of a hidden tip on this. Yeah, I can't even imagine it. And then I was like, so I tried out. They started to roll out Earn by Time. So I put on Uber Eats. I took a 2-hour block of Earn by Time on Uber Eats. They did not send me a single order for 2 hours. I'm like, what's the point of this? And like there was one shift Uber Eats was offering, and it was the shift they were offering like $20 an hour base pay. Well, sure, you're going to offer $20 an hour base pay and then not send any orders. The only way I could think of is this would be the way I would do it, Jaeger. If I was going to try to get to the 30% on Uber Eats, I would take One, I would turn on Uber Eats, take one order, deliver it, and turn off Uber Eats for the rest of the day, no matter how bad it is. So it'd be like, and in 30 days, I'd have a 30% acceptance rate. And then I would only turn it on for supper and hope that I could get to the point where 3 out of every 10 supper orders would be good. That's the strategy that I want to try to do. All right, sounds good, Tim. I will do that here. I will do that here for you shortly. Done. Sent back, Tim. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yeah. No, it's like I'm trying to just... Like, you can't fix everything all at once. When all these apps go kind of haywire and change all the rules all at once... You know, Instacart with the 300 to be in the top tier as opposed to 200, that's so brutal. It's going to knock so many people out going into October, which is why I want to do it, because I think it's only the full-time people. It's going to be so hard. And October, November, December on Instacart is when you want to have, you know, for all those Thanksgiving runs and stuff, that's when you want to have it. So we're going to be live on this stream till 7 o'clock. Yeah, I've been trying to think about how I was going to do it, Jaeger. That's the only way I think I could stomach it, is just turn it on, you know, hope that you get like a dinky little $2 breakfast order. Like, if I go to my downtown early in the morning, like by Dunkin', most of those, you know, or McDonald's that doesn't, orders that don't have to go far, just turn it on, take one, turn it off for the rest of the day. And so I think that's what I'm gonna do once the kids are back in school, and I'll just be like, make the sacrifice, you know. And I mean, if I get really close and get to like 25, then maybe I'll be like, hey, I'll just go live until I get that or whatever, you know, like taking every order to that. Native, how's it going? Hey, moderators, you can do your first moderating for Susan, since you're all out of practice moderating this channel. But until I actually start that challenge, I'm just going to run Uber Eats nonstop and just decline everything. I don't think there's a better way to do it. All right, we can stuck at like red lights here constantly. Thank you, guys. I know you all have itchy trigger fingers not having been able to block people for a while. All right, so this is Rosedale Brick Oven Pizza. It's like $6, $6.50 plus for 2 miles, something like that. They're usually pretty slow, not gonna lie. I've got low expectations that this is gonna be ready, but overall, everything is slow right now too. So I found that some of even my slower restaurants, they've been able to keep up because there's just not that many orders. So many of these restaurants that are like, this is probably the slowest time of year after school starts in town and before the snowbirds come. So like, yeah, now August, September, really up until about mid-October, and then it starts to really pick up. D-Rails, how's it going? We're gonna do a live Met stream on this channel here tonight, D-Rails, as much as I'm scared to do it because of how horrible they've been. All right, we are here. Yeah, Sean, let me, well, I gotta go get this order really quick in case it's ready. It's at the Giraffe Stash. American Walmart! Yes, I'm back. So football season's almost back too, so we're gonna be doing that. So hold on, let me go pick up this order. It's 3 pizzas, mozzarella sticks, and a meatball and spaghetti. So I'll be right back. Everybody is doing well. Hang tight, be back shortly. All right, we're back at it. Now the 12-step process of verifying all the pickup stuff. All right, here we go. What do we got? How many miles? How do we get out of here? So we're going to be live on this particular stream till just about 6:45, so just under an hour or so, and then we'll be back live again, but it will be Mets plus food delivery talk. So I'll be listening to the game. Got my new little earpiece. So we'll be listening to the game, talking Mets, trying to figure out all their problems, which are probably beyond figure-outable. T-Rails. I can't wait to hear everything you have to say about the Mets right now. I'll just say that. But you know what? Ever since the Mets have struggled ever since I stopped doing like Mets streams, because we were doing family trips and then we're busy with some summer stuff and with the kids off of school, and it's like, so maybe I'm the jinx. I'd feel really bad if I was the jinx to it. So, all right, we got to go 2.5 miles, so that's not bad at all. This is a 650 plus. Most likely, I'm gonna guess it's gonna be 12. I'm gonna say they threw a $10 tip on this one. It's a good delivery location. We'll have to drive like half a mile to get to good restaurants. Probably gonna be the Crust. We'll probably go to the Crust Pizza. That's probably our next closest thing. Yeah, it's very possible, Lisa. Though even the interesting thing is, even on the sports channel, like, we get a couple combative people, but for the most part, people just follow the vibe. So, like, if you want to end up having like a knockdown, drag out brawl with fans from other teams, you can have that type of vibe. But, sports wise, I'm pretty level headed, even keeled. I get passionate about some things, but for the most part, we just end up with baseball fans who are also Mets fans, or sometimes baseball fans who like other teams, but they like baseball in general. So it certainly has helped. Like, I thought there was going to be like a massive chaos on the sports channel. Spam calls. Gotta love them. I've been trying to cheer on the Mets, but it's just been so hard to get excited about them. All right, we might cancel this one, but we're gonna take a 10 for 6 on Grubhub. We might get timed out, but it's like 5 of those 6 miles is just driving to the restaurant and the drop-off's back down by the mall. So if we don't get a better order before then we'll take that one, but we'll see. We're to the point where it's probably pretty likely DoorDash is going to send us something good right after this. It's hard. Like, I think it's easier to, like, for a football team, when your football team's doing bad, it's a little bit easier to stick with them just because the season's so short, relatively speaking. You're only investing 3 hours times 17 weeks, right? So you're only investing 51 hours. Like, for the Mets, they've been horrible to just their last 17 games. So it's really, that's the one thing that I don't know how baseball can fix it. But when your team, and like the Mets aren't even out of it, right? Like, the Mets still technically have a playoff spot as of this moment. But there's so many teams that have been eliminated from playoff contention for months. And it's just really hard of how do you keep teams engaged. And I wish baseball, and they'll never do this, I don't know, say never. I think if they could figure out a way to monetize it, I wish that you would have a way that playoffs for bad team, like, I wish you could have basically no team eliminated before, say, August 1st, and then the worst teams would start playing, like, I don't know who the bottom two teams are officially right now. Hold on 1 second. Is this the drive up to the gate? Yeah, just have to drive up to this gate. So basically, you would just have like the two worst teams in the National League would just play a 7-game series starting August 1st. And the winner would move on to play the next worst team, and something like that. Where is it pretty much impossible for the worst team in baseball to win, say, 12 straight series to make the playoffs? Yeah, but at least it would give all those teams and fans something to cheer for. And then you could make it that, like, once teams were eliminated, like, they could still trade away players. Like, I think baseball could actually do something cool like that, because it would give relevance to teams, but it would massively change how they have to schedule everything. That's the reason why I don't think they could. But maybe in a couple of years, when AI scheduling could take over and really figure it out, and then what do you do with those teams once they're eliminated? That's the part I don't know. Like, well, I can't park here. Use the entrance. I'm 0.1 mile. They're not letting me enter through this gate. I'm 0.1 mile away. Yeah, the Mets do look horrible right now. All right, I'm gonna go huff this order. How much time? I don't think I have enough time to get around. I gotta get there in 4 minutes. I'll be back. Sorry, the stream might time out, but they're not letting me in this gate. I gotta go walk it. All right, we are back. Did all that for $7. That's what we gotta do, I guess. But I got my exercise in. We completed an actual, literal DoorDash, and we got it there on time by about 30 seconds. Whew, sorry, I'm out of breath. All right, so we have that other Grubhub that we accepted. We're gonna head in that direction, unless we get something better while we're heading that direction. I'm just trying to stay busy. I feel like there's a good chance that maybe DoorDash will send us something, but not gonna expect it. All right. It's the Grubhub is Charlie's Cheesesteaks in the mall, and they're usually slow. But yeah, I got my steps in, got my sweat on, and I'm not. Like, I almost always wear a wicking shirt, and today I did not wear a wicking shirt. Cause I'm like, what's the worst that's gonna happen? I tell you, like, every time I do a live stream, there's always something weird, crazy. Something happens that never happened before, sort of thing. So there's the thing for today. So I was probably about 2 blocks away. So here's to their, hopefully their pizzas didn't get too messed up. But if they did, you should have tipped more than $5. That's all that was. So $6.50 plus. DoorDash loves playing those games. $6.50 plus was $7. They can't just say $7 because they know probably no one would take that. Actually, I think plenty of people would take it $7 for 2. But they want you to think maybe this time. Maybe this time. All right, so we're headed towards this Grubhub order at the mall. Just 10 for 6, but 5 of those 6 is back to the mall, and I don't know, if we don't get there in time, Grubhub might cancel it on us anyway. I've noticed, I do know it's summer, but I'm just looking at the average orders that are coming through. I'm like, it does seem like the percentage or the amount people are tipping in general has gone down a little bit. The amount of orders that I see that I'm like, wow, that would have been a $10 tip. I'm like, that it's $2, $3, $5. I just see that a lot. But obviously they keep getting delivered, so somebody's taking them. We got the apps on. We're going to be with you guys for about a half an hour more on this stream, and then we're going to start a fresh Talking Mets stream at 7 o'clock. So I hope you don't go like crazy sugar overdose, because we are going to be live streaming a lot more. We're going to go from basically barely any at all. It's 12 for 13 miles on DoorDash. We'll pass on that. So our standard right now is 10 for 6. So, and we've already probably done 1.5. So it's almost like 10 for 4 at this point. I still think we're going to end up getting a DoorDash before we get to that Grubhub. That's what my gut says. All right, well, I hope everybody is doing well. Thank you all for coming back. I was like, I don't know, is anyone even gonna want to hang out? It's been so long, but it's good to see so many old friends here tonight. So I appreciate you guys. very excited for moving forward from this point on. So. We are headed to a Grubhub. It's a $10 Grubhub order. And it's Charlie's Cheesesteaks, which is in the mall. We'll see. I'm assuming it's going to be ready. I'm assuming it'll be ready. Kind of messing with the guy behind me a little bit. You ever mess with other drivers just for fun? And then after a while you let them go. You'll let them go now. I think it's fun. Alright, so we'll see if this times out on us or anything like that. We're like 2 miles away from our Charlie's Cheesesteaks pickup. Haven't gotten anything from DoorDash yet. It's like every mile closer now. It's like 10 for 1, 10 for 2. The order becomes better and better unless we get something really good. So, hope everybody is doing well. Happy Friday to all of you. We're gonna try to squeeze in 2 more deliveries here before we end this stream and then go to our Met stream. That'll be 7 o'clock or slightly thereafter. Got to get ourselves into Grossi raid shape as well. I know he started doing some coverage. He finally made the move. He is in Wisconsin. He's in the land of his beloved, the Packers. Got to drink some water after doing that literal half mile. I'll say half mile because it makes me sound better. Half mile DoorDash. So after I had gotten stuck at that gate, I saw where he put the instructions: don't enter through this gate, enter through that gate. Well, that doesn't help me because I don't know where your gate is. You know, I just want to get you your food. So if you want it fast, you got to give me some very specific examples as to how to get there. There's currently on Instacart a Costco order Oh, 10 for 5 on DoorDash is not good enough. It's a Costco order for 44 items for 2 different people, includes heavy pay, includes water, and it's currently boosted up to $11. So between the 2 people wanting you to shop a Costco order for them, they have a combined $2 tip for 44 items at Costco. And what's the mileage on it? It's only 5 miles, but still. It's up to $13 now. I mean, they're boosting it fast. They're trying to get out there. I wonder at what point it's going to disappear. That order for me, that would have to be like 50 plus for me to want to even consider it. And honestly, probably 60 plus That's easily 2 hours worth of work. And maybe more, depending on what all is in that order. That's just nuts to me. So either they each tipped $1, or one tipped 2 and the other tipped 0. I'm not sure which one is worse. It's probably one tipped 2, the other tipped 0. But people are getting their food delivered, so why? This is the thing. This is the thing you guys got to realize with all this gig delivery. People realize, like, I don't get better service when I tip, because the people more likely to get your order if you tip are the people who take every order. The bad delivery drivers have a higher chance of getting the better orders, the way that they made everything work out with this. And all right, looks like we made it to the mall in time somehow. So our drop off is really close. Yep, we are here. We are checked in. Cheesesteak, wings, and a cookie from Charlie's Cheesesteaks. We will see if we can find a parking spot here. This should be ready, because it did take us a little while to get all the way over here. So that's the one thing with Grubhub, is a lot of times you end up it ends up taking a little while because they just don't have enough drivers on the roads. All right, I'm gonna lock you guys in the car. Don't get kidnapped. Can't leave the AC on, because then you will get kidnapped, because we're at the mall. Like, almost every place in town is safe. I would say the one place that's not safe is the mall. All right, but we'll see if it'll stay up. We'll throw up the BRB sign. I'm gonna go grab this order real quick. If I'm back in 5 minutes or less, the stream will continue on. If not, it'll reboot as soon as I get the car turned back on. Oh, all right, we're gonna double stack, because I can do this here. We're at Chick-fil-A. We got a 14 for 3 from Uber Eats, which is crazy. That's like the best Uber Eats order I've seen in forever. And I'm just gonna go ahead and end my DoorDash, because both these orders are gonna take a little while. So we got a Chick-fil-A from Uber. Oh, come on. Time for BRB 3.0. That'll actually stay up. All right, we're gonna go grab these really quick. I'll be back. We all know what 5 minutes is in restaurant speak, so this delivery is literally across the street. So I'm just gonna, they already had to wait for me to get all the way over here. So I'm gonna go deliver the cheesesteak and then we will come back. Please don't take my pull through. I don't even know where I'm going yet, but I saw on the map it's only across the street. Yeah, it says 1 mile. That's probably because it's going to take a half mile to get out of this parking lot. So you can't do this with DoorDash anymore because you end up getting late deliveries and stuff. But I mean, you can do whatever you want if you don't care about late deliveries. But thanks for putting on your blinker. Yeah, this is so close. We're like already half the way there and we just got out of the parking lot. So this is the Charlie's Cheesesteaks Grubhub order. This was the 10 for 6, but then we're just gonna double right back to the Chick-fil-A back at the mall because they said 5 minutes, so you know the deal. If they're like 1 or 2 minutes, it means 5. If they say 5 minutes, it means 10. I like Chick-fil-A food, but I don't really trust their process for getting deliveries out. Always. They're fast in the drive-thru, but they're just not always fast. I think they prioritize the customers that are actually there over their Grubhub, Uber Eats, DoorDash deliveries. And why not? I would make my in-store customers happier first. And we just turned off DoorDash altogether right now. The 13 for 4 on Uber is, it's like, I gotta take good Ubers when they come through because they so rarely come through now. Grubhub keeps trying to send me like high mileage Chipotle orders after I deliver this one, but that's not gonna happen. I would say by far one of the most important things that I've learned over all my years of doing gig delivery, especially when you're doing these short, low money amounts, right? Like, I mean, for $200 you can drive a long way. But if you're just doing these $5, $10, $15 orders, the most important thing in my mind is to just simply stay in a good delivery location. Because if you have to drive 10 miles and then you have to drive 10 miles back just to see another good order, just absolutely ruins everything that you're trying to accomplish. Trying to find this place. Can't. The sun is so bright. Oh, I see it. Here we go. I see it. All right, hang tight. Be right back with you. Done. I think this is a back way out of here. We're about to find out. So it's, yeah, basically literally across the street from the mall. So now, by this point, our Chick-fil-A order should be ready. And yes, Uber Eats is tracking on-time stuff, but I think it's always important, if you're going to multi-app, have one or two apps that you just have throwaway metrics on where you just don't care about it. And for me right now, that's Uber Eats and Grubhub. I am highly in tune to my Instacart and DoorDash metrics, so I try to make sure that I am on point with all of that. But right now, that's like the third Uber Eats delivery I've done this, or second Grubhub delivery that I've done this week, and this will be my third Uber Eats delivery I've done this week. It's just such a small percentage of what I'm doing right now. I can't force myself to have perfect metrics on all these apps all at the same time. So focus on the primary, which is keep DoorDash and Instacart top tier, and then after a while we can try to re-add some of these other ones back in. All right, we're almost back to the mall already. Just got to get across one somewhat busy street. Our Chick-fil-A should be ready. We'll run in, grab that, and then that's like 4 miles. But it's still not too bad. There's a chance for a hidden tip. I don't think there's gonna be. It's not a huge order. It's just a salad, a sandwich, and a drink. 13 for 4 seems kind of high, but maybe they must be short on drivers, because I don't see why else I would see a 13 for 4. That Costco order we were talking about, 44 items. Yeah, they've boosted up to $15. Hey, Captain Platinum of the Dashers. How's it going tonight? We actually have DoorDash off at the moment. We're headed back to the mall to get our Uber Eats 13 for 4 mile Chick-fil-A order that wasn't ready. So we just dropped off our Grubhub order. So we've done 2 DoorDashes. We did a 5 for 1 and a 7 for 2. Both platinum orders. And then we did a 10 for 6 on Grubhub, and then this is a 13 for 4. Which is funny, because Uber Eats has been horrible, but that's why you leave the apps on, because you never know when they're going to throw you a good one every once in a while. Oh, thank you, Captain Platinum. Appreciate it. Try to have some fun with it. Also building out our whole eBay side hustle too. So there's been a lot of my long form videos been related to eBay, but we're going to be going back to doing some more live food delivery as we go into the fall. Hopefully things will be busier too. There would have been so many live deliveries that would have just been me talking and not doing any deliveries. This summer was so bad. Like, I know there's summer slowdown, but I think this slowdown was worse this year than other summers. So, but we do have Platinum Dasher back with my 13% acceptance rate, because we are on the pilot program. For those of you who like the old school where you could have like Top Dasher and not have to worry too much about acceptance rate, you're going to like the new program now that they fixed the late delivery metric. So we battled hard. Everybody on this test pilot program battled hard to get that fixed for you, and whenever it rolls out, it's good. Yeah, no, things have picked up the last couple of weeks. So hang tight. I'm going to leave the phone here because it's tied to the car internet. Hopefully my other order should be ready now from Uber, and we'll be right back with you. All right, it was ready. I asked her when it was ready. She said we finished it just a minute ago. Hey, awesome, Captain Platinum. Are you on the test program at all, or are you just on? Are you on the old program? Still the old Platinum Dash, because we're on the test market program. So. Yeah, but are you the new or the old? Are you on the points-based system or the acceptance rate-based system? Because there's two. We're in one of the pilot markets for the new Platinum rewards. Been dealing with this for 6 months. So we're at points. Okay. Because my acceptance rate doesn't matter on the new points base, or on the points based system, as long as all my other metrics are perfect. Platinum doesn't matter, which is really nice, because I think I'm running a 13% acceptance rate on DoorDash and I'm Platinum. Now I'm sure they would give me better Platinum orders if I had a higher acceptance rate, but I'm content with getting. Still basically cherry picking and taking most of the best, and then we'll see what it's like when it gets a little busier and season comes into town. Yeah, so Southwest Florida here, and they decided we were one of the test markets here too. So what are your, I can show you my metrics here in a little bit, but I'm perfect on everything. Perfect on completion. Perfect on customer satisfaction, perfect on on-time rate, and then 12% acceptance rate. So took forever to get the on-time rate fixed the way they were calculating it, but they seem to be doing a better job of it now. All right, we got like 3.5 miles to go for this Chick-fil-A order. It's going down by the beach. Nice. Well, you're California too, so you get the boost in pay for anything under your hourly. So we don't have that. If we got the boost in pay, I'd probably take a lot more orders. I forget what it's called, prop whatever. whatever approved prop that one was. So remember, you can get 2 feedbacks removed a week too, Captain Platinum. So I'd recommend it. Every 7 days they'll remove up to 2. I just had one star removed yesterday. Prop 22, there you go. I knew it was one of those. Right. Yeah, I think the only standard, I don't even know what the standard is for Platinum for how many deliveries. It's not 100 on that. All right, just so everybody knows, this is going to be our last delivery of this stream, and then I'm going to take a few minutes to reset for the next stream. We're going to do a food delivery and New York Mets stream. So we're going to do food delivery and New York Mets stream. That'll start at around 7 o'clock. So you're welcome to come back for that, but we're just doing a separate stream so people can find us. So we started doing these last fall, sports and food delivery streams, and they were a big hit. a lot of fun. So we're just basically talking sports while we're doing food delivery. So I like sports, but I can't afford to sit and just watch sports. But I can afford to go deliver food during sporting events and then stream on YouTube, make a few pennies through the YouTube way, and then make a few dollars through the DoorDash Uber Eats. 7 Pacific is 10 here. So it's 6:42 p.m. here right now. So we're like in the heart of our supper rush. And you are just late afternoon. Late afternoon. But you can see the sun shining in my face here. It's just my beard. We're back, Jaeger. Don't worry, we're back. We're going to be doing this on a regular basis. It'll be hopefully even easier once school is back in session. So we're gonna aim for 5 o'clock supper streams as many nights as we possibly can. 5 p.m. So we've worked. So my wife is not doing aftercare at school this year, which means we're going to be doing family supper around 4 o'clock, so I can actually have supper with the family at least this whole fall. So we'll do family supper at 4, and then I usually go to the post office at 4:30 and drop everything off, and then basically once everything's dropped off at the post office, all my eBay orders, then I'm right downtown and I just start doing deliveries from 5 o'clock till it ends. And then on nights when there is a relevant sporting event, which for me will be Mets games or football games, then we'll also just go live from those. So, it won't be every single Mets game or every single football game necessarily, but we'll get in as many as we can. So, yeah, we're going to be back. Yeah, through eBay. I mean, for the stuff that I'm shipping, which is like under £1, USPS is going to be the cheapest for me. If you're shipping heavier stuff, there's a lot of things that used to be cheaper USPS now that's cheaper FedEx or UPS in that like $3 plus range, or sorry, £3 plus range. A lot of that stuff is cheaper now the other ways, but I mean, all my sports cards, or almost all of them, are going through eBay standard envelope, which is like under $1, and then almost all my clothes are under £1, which just goes, what used to be first class is now ground advantage, and most of them are under $7. So I charge $6.95 shipping for all my clothes, except the really heavy stuff, and I charge like $11.95. Yeah, USPS would be cheaper for a t-shirt. So, unless it's a super heavy t-shirt. If it's a super heavy t-shirt, couple pounds of weighted gold bling on it, then UPS would be cheaper. But if it's under £1, post office is still king. Not anywhere near as good as it used to be, but still king nonetheless. This is it. Yeah, this is it. I wonder if this is just going... This might just be going to like the guy, the front desk worker here, because I don't have an apartment. All right. I'm going to drop this off and then we'll come wrap up this stream really quick. I'll be back on, it'll actually be 4 o'clock PST, so at 7 o'clock. But hold tight, I'll be right back. Sorry, excuse my reach. My fat hairy arm. right, yeah, no, so we're gonna be so all I'm doing is I just like to take little breaks in between streams, just lets me clear my head. I found, because I did like really long streams, some of you guys remember I did like 6-hour streams last year, and after a while it just kind of the stream itself gets stale and YouTube doesn't send you new people. So that's what we're gonna do. So what we're gonna do is, if you want to come back hang out more, I would love to see you. We'll be back on in about 15 minutes, give or take a few minutes depending on if an order comes through. I try to not go live like right as I'm delivering an order, you know, something like that. But yeah, so we're gonna we'll be live at 7 o'clock. We're gonna be talking New York Mets baseball. I'll be listening to the game, and maybe if it gets slow enough, I'll even sit and watch the game if we're not driving, and be giving updates and see if the Mets can break out of their horrible run that they're on. Lost 13 of their last 15 games, playing like absolute trash. So I agree, I get bored of looking at me too. And honestly, the way that I learned that was like when I started doing breaks for separate football games last year. It was so much better, because like the game would end and then I would take like a 15-minute break, regather myself, and then it'd be like fresh, and then you get a new batch of new people watching the stream and people who are interested at that point in time, and so it was good. Yeah, you got to be careful about how much you share in certain markets, and I'm trying to walk that balance with eBay as well. I realize, like, you know, as I'm sharing like what I'm sourcing for eBay, I'm like, I probably don't need to say where I got every last little thing and give up all my honey holes. So, but all right, sounds good. Appreciate you guys. I will be live in the next 15 minutes or so, depending on how everything goes here with orders while we're gone. Appreciate you so much. Hit that like, hit that subscribe on the way out, and we'll be talking New York Mets baseball. I'm doing food delivery here in about 10 minutes. All right, see you guys shortly. Have a good night.